After I filmed that video yesterday about all the self-help books I've bought over the years for depression and anxiety and binging and all these things, I was thinking a little more about what had prompted me to buy all those books. And it wasn't just a coping mechanism. So sometimes I binge eat to cope with my feelings, right? Or we just go take a nap because we're sick of dealing with our feelings, or we watch a movie for distraction, or read a book for distraction, or whatever it is, or, sometimes there are worse things people do, or more dangerous things people do, no judgment. But a lot of times it's purely for distraction from those feelings. But oftentimes when I bought those books, it was from a feeling of absolute desperation. So I used to live for several years, quite literally around the corner from a Barnes & Noble. And there would be times that I would be sitting at home and I would feel such intense sadness and such hopelessness and pain that I would get up and think, I have to solve it right now. I have to solve it right now because this thing is going to literally unalive me. I can't handle the intensity of the emotions and the pain that I'm experiencing. I need to go find a solution right now, or something that gives me hope. And I would run to the Barnes & Noble and I'd start pouring through all the books, and I'd find something that was going to be, the next book that was going to fix me. And it would give me a little bit of hope. And like I said, I'd almost never get through the book, or I'd start reading the book and then set it aside. But I literally did it in an effort to save my life. Because I didn't think I could stand one more minute of it, let alone one more hour or one more day. And I think people that don't have depression might think, it's just this feeling of being down in the dumps. And it is a lot of the time. But sometimes that feeling of despair is so intense, you think it's actually going to just eat you alive. And I'd sit there and think, okay, in this moment, either I'm going to die from the pain, just die, because the pain is so intense, or I need to go fix it. And I would run off to the stupid bookstore thinking I was going to get this magic book, I wouldn't wish depression on my worst enemy. The psychological pain is unbelievable at times. And there doesn't seem to be any quick way of cutting it off that isn't also going to be potentially harmful in other ways, And I understand why people end up with addiction issues. I do. I could have gone that route. I didn't. I mean, food was my addiction, but, it could have been something else. Because the pain of the depression and the pain of living your life is so intense that you literally feel like you're going to die from it. And I don't mean by your own hand. Just die from the intensity of the pain. But I try to remember, emotion doesn't kill us. It just doesn't. Even if it feels like it's going to. So, I have my pile of self-help books. And I'll keep working through them, but it was just a thought I had about all that money I've spent on all those books and what I was feeling in the moments when I bought them. So they kind of each represent a really bad moment in my life. anxiety. I'm overwhelmed as hell lately. I have a lot going on. Even though I'm not working right now, I still have a lot going on because I'm moving in a few days. And a lot of things have been kind of falling apart around me. But I keep going. Because one of these days, it's gotta let up. And I have ECT soon, so I gotta get organized for that. But if you've ever read anything, any particular self-help book that you think you found helpful, if you could comment below what that is, I would appreciate it. I'd love to be able to kind of share that with other people. You know, I have my thoughts and my recommendations, but other people might have some different books and different perspectives on that. So I'd appreciate if we could all kind of comment and talk about those things and share that information.